Hi everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself, and today is the return after almost a year of Ace Combat and the debut of Ace Combat 6. I've never done 6. It's been a while. This is the liberation of Gracemeria, requested by Extra Kun. Thank you so much. And I can see that this is composed by Kaiki Kobayashi, who I think is the main composer of Ace Combat. I just experienced hearing him in Remake and Rebirth from Final Fantasy VII. Some of my favorite songs come from him in that game. And here, Ace Combat 6. It's been a while. It's been a while since we have some flight in our VGM library. So this is the only request for Ace Combat 6, and 7 minutes. Let's just get into it. Man, it really has been a while. Alright, the liberation of Gracemeria. Now do it. I wonder what else this composer has done besides flight-related compositions. He's damn good at it, but I wonder what else they've done. Oh, I should have mentioned that this is randomly drawn. I keep forgetting that. Randomly drawn from my requests. I feel like this is like the takeoff, what are those, the ship, what are they called? It's like a ship where they all land out in the sea, and they're all lined up. Sounds like they're all gonna take off. It's got that kind of wake up bugle type of military sound. Left, right, left. Pretty sure this composer uses a full orchestra. It sounds like it. It's building up. Oh, Ace Combat 6 Fires of Liberation. There we go. I was waiting, it was gonna release. Yeah, that's getting burnt. It was a slow burn, but we're burning. Surely they've had to have dabbled in film scores, because this Ace Combat music is very cinematic. I can envision a sunset and jets flying by. This is more gameplay than cutscene or something. I feel like this will play in game. I mean, like during action. It's hard to tell sometimes with Ace Combat, you know? For me. Nice. Ah, there's the electronic percussion. I wasn't expecting it here, to be honest. I feel like this is kind of a staple too, this sound right here. I forgot to mention, this is from the channel Project Aces. Trumpet or a bugle. Sometimes I can't tell. I think this might be a bugle. Let me know, experts. I feel like a bugle has... I don't know the difference. I think they have like limited tonalities. It might be only like one volume. Trumpet has 3. I'm not sure. Maybe it's like a harmonica where they're tuned to a certain key and then they stay in that key. Either way, it's got that very military sound to it. Ba, ba, ba. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Melodies, man. Melodies is what sticks with people. If this was purely orchestral ambient, it would have been good, but it would have been very in the moment. Feels very victorious. We did it. I can't help but think of the sky when I hear Ace Combat. I know it sounds kind of duh, but like I really just always hear or see clouds, sunsets, you know, the trail the jets leave behind. A lot of salutes, a lot of teamwork, all that, you know, everything. It's like that sound completely. Damn, dude, Ace Combat. It's been a while. So yeah, I forgot to mention, this is Project Ace's channel on YouTube. And yeah, you know what's weird about Ace Combat is that it's very good, obviously very cinematic and epic, all that. But I feel like it's not afraid to also dive into other genres, right? My first experience was Zero, and that was like a flamenco song. And there's been some kind of like slightly metal-ish stuff. I guess it really just depends on the moment. And it's what I like about it though, it's not just like purely ambient. And this is like a whole other topic, and I've talked about it before, where if a song is just strictly orchestral ambience, then those are 100% for the moment in the game. Like, you have to be playing the game, seeing what's happening. It's not something you would normally, at least for me, just go hear on your own. You know, you gotta experience what's happening, and it really elevates it quite a bit. But what's cool about Ace Combat is that I noticed there's always like hints of melodies everywhere. So even though it has ambiance everywhere and it's got this rising trumpet feel and strings that are building, feels like a lot of tension, there's still moments of like the little dun dun dun, you know, those things that can stick with you a long time. And this one had that too, so I really like it. I'm not sure if... No, this isn't the latest one. I know there's at least an Ace Combat 7. I don't know if that's the most recent one. But yeah, the only thing I kept getting from this one was the overwhelming sensation of something positive. It didn't really sound too conflict heavy. It sounded more of a conclusion, victory, perhaps credits. I don't know, just anything involving we did it and good outcome. You know, the chords were nice. It felt uplifting, and like I kept saying, it felt like I'm just like saluting my my fellow soldiers, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think about Ace Combat a lot, actually, which is kind of weird because I have some history with it, and by some I mean it's like this. For those that don't know, I was like part of the QA on. I always forget which one it was called. I'm sorry. The only thing I remember was that it was free. It was free to play, and this was around 2013, something like that. I don't want to say the wrong one, but whichever one that was, I was on QA for a little bit. And even then, when I was like, you know, moving around and playing it, I always thought to myself, and I don't mean this in any mean way at all, because I know there's different types of gamers out there for different types of things. Everyone has their own preferences. And I don't want to say the word boring. Maybe that game was kind of just a little dry. And I don't mean this in any way, but I always thought to myself, I'm like, how are there so many of these games? I know that sounds terrible, but I feel like, please, you know, elaborate on people that are fans of this game. This is why I'm asking this. I want you to educate me. I'm assuming the stories, besides the music, the stories are really powerful in these games, because I feel like it would be a lot of the same thing. You know what I mean? When I think of 6 Ace Combat games, I'm not trying to be negative, I think of like how much variety can there be besides dogfighting, and then just, I guess it's just the exhilaration? I don't know if that's a word. The exhilarating feeling of flight and, you know, the cockpit, and you know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Help me understand. It's just, I remember, you know, when I was testing it, I'm like, you know, put yourself in my position. I've never played a game like that. I never have since or before. And when I was doing it for 8 hours a day, obviously testing and like bugging stuff. But, you know, it's just like, I felt like I was on a flight of 8 hours. Just like, okay, you know, what now? Mind you, I wasn't playing online or anything, because obviously I'm in the development stages. So it's not like I had that rush of playing. You know what I mean? So I'm just curious. I would have to assume the stories are incredible. The gameplay itself has only gotten better, and of course the music, which I really like. I feel like Ace Combat has the perfect composer for it. I think Kaiki Kobayashi was kind of like made for this. You know, it's his calling. Maybe they were a fan of aviation growing up or something, but whatever, they nailed it. You know, they nailed it, and that's why. For those that don't know, and you know, when Final Fantasy VII made their remake and the rebirth, they have him on board for like a guest appearance for one song, or let me rephrase that, one character, and guess what? They're aviation related, so, and it stands out amongst the whole soundtrack. And it just works so well, you know? But let me know if anyone else, any other composer comes to mind when it comes to Ace Combat, or has it just been him? What else have they done? I really do like Ace Combat music, though. Like I said, it's not just your generic kind of orchestral ambience thing. There's stuff going on. There's stuff I can remember. And it's just crazy how often it shows up on the channel, and I mean that in the how not often it shows up in the channel. You know, it's been almost a year, and there is a lot of requests for it too. It just hasn't come up. So yeah, that is the liberation of Gracemeria. Let me know any questions I asked. I'm just curious, really, from an outsider. You know, I don't play this game, so I want to know what's makes it so cool. So thank you to Extra Coon for the request. Congrats on being randomly selected. Thank you to my Patreon members, of course. I'm keeping the lights on and keeping the dream alive. Thank you to my Platinum members. Couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Hopefully it's not another year for Ace Combat. It probably won't be, but see you later.